People that's awake or aware are considered stupid or crazy. And people that listen to other people and believe anything they say are considered normal, but realistically stupid. I was talking to this person and having a little debate on what I was saying was just bullcrap to him. So he was just going back and forth about what I was saying, which was true. And at the end of the day, he just couldn't handle what I was saying to him. So he looked at me as basically stupid. He literally called me stupid because I was telling him that you thinking I'm crazy and stuff, which I look at both the same. It's like, it doesn't matter to me. Crazy, stupid. What's the difference? But it's whatever, it's cool. It's crazy. These religions and everything, because what I was talking to him about was true. I told him about the stuff that he believed in as far as science-wise, as far as the moon being real and everything, that you can see the moon and all that stuff, and it's solid, and he's saying that it is. What I was telling him is, even though you've been told this, how do you know it's true? Just because you're told something don't mean it's true. Just because you can see the moon don't mean the moon is solid. Because I was telling him that I have literal pictures and videos of me recording the moon in broad daylight, and you can see right through it. How is that possible? He explains about shadows not reaching the earth. It just doesn't make any sense because first off, the moon is not that far away from earth as what people think, including the sun. The sun and the moon are very close to the earth, like literally above the clouds, literally. So how could he explain something like that? Of course, he had to go and talk about science, man-made stuff that he was taught scientifically. Like, I don't know my science neither. But he had to bring up science to prove me wrong. Still couldn't prove me wrong. He can't tell me anything that I don't already know what they taught. They taught me the same stuff. I know the stuff. But it doesn't make sense. Just like I was explaining to him about Santa Claus, for instance, and God. People that believe in God and people that believe in Santa Claus, which is kids, children. You got children that believe in Santa Claus, and you have grown-ups that believe in God. What's the two differences here? First off, they're both the same. Just think about this. Santa Claus. I'm going to just go by Santa Claus first. No, I'm going to go by the Bible first. You were introduced by the Bible. You've been told by your mom, granddad, whatever, about God. God is good, loving, caring, and all the other bullshit, right? You grow up into believing. You grow up and go to church and everything, worshiping and everything, right? You do everything that you thought you're supposed to be doing. And you're still doing it, right? Now, Santa Claus. Santa Claus, you've been taught from a kid that, Santa Claus is real. He's in the North Pole. He has a sleigh with reindeers, magical powers. But you never seen him and you never seen God neither. You never seen Santa Claus, you never seen God, but they exist. In the kid's mind, they exist because the parent told them. In your mind, God exists because you've been told. And you also got a book, which is a story. Just like Santa Claus. A story, right? They both have stories. But one of it is true and the other one is just a lie. But the kids don't know it, right? What's the difference? They're the same. Because first off, you never saw Santa Claus, right? You never saw God, right? That's one. Also, you've been introduced to Santa Claus and you've been introduced to the Bible, God. Two, same thing. He also knows when you're naughty or nice, which means he sees everything you do. Sounds like God to me, right? Number three, both the same. So, what's the difference? They both sound the same to me. But they made it seem like God is real and Santa Claus is fake completely. Of course, Santa Claus is fake. What about God though? Have you ever seen God? You ever talked to him? Of course. Wait a minute. You're gonna say, yeah, you have in your dreams, or you heard a voice. But have you seen him like you're seeing me right now? Did he come down to you like Santa Claus opposed to when he give you your presents, right? But you never seen Santa Claus growing up in your life. You thought when you saw them presents underneath the tree that Santa Claus is real. Like, oh my God, Santa Claus brought me presents. To the Tooth Fairy. Don't forget about the Tooth Fairy. Remember that? You put your teeth under the pillow and the Tooth Fairy get you something, some money or whatever. You was taught that stuff too. Remember? The Tooth Fairy exists, apparently, right? But guess what? All that stuff came from your parents. So, what about God? What about God? It seems to me that you're God yourself living a human experience. But they don't want y'all to know this, so they dumb you down and tell you that you're nothing without God. That you have to fear God and everything. You have to have fear within you. Of course, they want that within you. So they can draw energy from you, and so you can be reborn over and over and over again. When you die in fear, you be reborn. You don't know that, but it's the truth. You see, that's why they want y'all to live in fear, fearing God. When you living in a lie, when you're taught a lie, you don't know nothing, right? You think you know, but you don't know because somebody told you. Just because somebody tell you something don't mean it's true. So you, like with Santa Claus, for instance, the only reason why you got out of the Santa Claus situation is because you realized that your parents was putting stuff under the tree, or you were told one day, or you saw yourself that Santa Claus is not real. My mom is the one that bought me that stuff, or your mother, or your father gonna tell you one day Santa Claus is never real. But they tell you about God, and they say God is real though, but you never seen him. He's not making the earth better. Everything is getting worse. So where is God? People say, oh, my prayers came true when I prayed. No, it didn't. You went to go do something to make it come true, to make it happen. Just like that job you wanted, just like that house you wanted for years, right? That you've been praying for years. And then when you went to work and saved money for it and got that house, oh, God done it. You see, I always tell people this. Pray for something that you always wanted. And sit there. Wherever you want it, don't go get it yourself. Don't even buy it. Wait for it. And see what happens. Whatever you pray to God about, don't get what you prayed for. Sit there and wait for it to come to you. If God is real, sit there and wait for it to come to you. Just like Santa Claus. You have Santa Claus in stores pretending to be the real Santa Claus. It's all a story. It's all distractions. Just to keep you in that box that I've been telling y'all about. Remember that? That box? So you won't do shit? It's to keep you in that box so you won't do nothing. You're just gonna sit there and live your pathetic life as a weakling that means nothing, that has no meaning in life. Because you're nothing without God. So if you're nothing without God, that means you mean nothing at all, period. That means you're nothing. People don't understand that. They think there's a good thing to be nothing without God. When you're nothing without God, that's telling you, that's saying that you don't even exist without Him. Which means you're nothing without God. Which means you're not important without God. But people always say there's one crazy thing that they don't even think about themselves. They say that God is within us. And I would ask them this. Well, if God is within you, what does that make you? They can never answer that question. Because they know what I'm going with it. If God is within you, what does that make you? You mean to tell me that makes you a human? Something that man told you that you are? A human being that's weak, powerless, nothing without God? But you have God within you. So if you have God within you, what does that make you? They can never answer that question. One young lady that I spoke to on the phone was saying to me that God is within you. And I asked her, so if God is within you, what does that make you? She didn't know what to say. But she's a Christian, you see? And also, I was talking to her about the way that we eat foods and everything. We weren't supposed to be eating meat. We're supposed to be eating fruits and vegetables. I was brought up to eating meat. So, of course, I eat meat sometimes, you know? Just like we all do, but I'm trying to get out of it. You see, and I told her that. But she says the most ridiculous things. This is how you know people are so corrupted they don't realize it themselves. And when you come and tell them the truth, they want to think you're crazy. Because she didn't want to hear anything I had to say to her. She said to me that God brought animals on earth for us to eat. And I said that's a lie. We're supposed to be eating fruits and vegetables. Our teeth are not made to chew meat like that. That's how you mess up your teeth and stuff, and all that other extra stuff be happening. But that's what she said. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. It's so much corruption. The reason why nothing will never change is because y'all waiting for God to change things, not realizing that you're gods yourselves. Not everybody, but so few of us are gods, and so few of us are waking up. But some of us is waking up still don't know who they are. I know who I am. I know, definitely. I'm not human. I'm not from this earth. I know that for a fact. I'm just a being, spiritual God being, having a human experience on earth. That's it. That's all. And once you realize this will change your life. Because you will realize that this is just temporary. And you will also realize that you are basically immortal. Death doesn't exist because you're immortal. You have a soul. You have a spirit, which is God itself. I love you all.